Hello friends, I am Swapna Shetty. In this video, we are going to see how to accept input from keyboard. So for that we require streams. So what is basically a stream is? See, stream is nothing but it's a flow of data from one place to another. Like a water flows from one end of pipe to another end of pipe. So we have two types of streams here, input streams and output streams. Input streams receive or read data. Output streams send or write data. So all these streams are represented as classes in Java within a package called java.io. So whenever we are going to use streams, the first thing is we need to import a package called java.io. And when I say system.in, it represents a keyboard where system is a class in Java and in is a field within the system class. So when I say a system.in, it represents a standard input device which is nothing but keyboard. And how do we accept input from keyboard? First thing we need to do is we need to connect the keyboard to the input stream object. So input stream reader is a class in Java. So we need to create an object with the using a new operator and attach system.in to this object. Now connect this object to the buffer reader. So whenever we use buffer reader, it always increases the speed of execution of the process. For example, here we are reading the data. So when I say buffer reader, it has got some methods which increases the speed of execution, that is, which increases the process of reading. And then once you create a buffer reader object, and then we use read or readline method to read the data. So first thing is we'll see how do we accept a single character from a keyboard. For that I need an Eclipse. So I have opened an Eclipse and just create a new class within a package called com.educators, and the class name is accept. I require a public static void main, so check this box and say finish. So you can see a class got appeared here, and now I need to read a single character. So first I will use input stream reader for that. Input stream reader, you can see it is located in java.io package. Next say obj for it, new input stream reader, attach a keyboard to it, that is system.in. Then use buffer reader for it. Buffer reader br equals to new buffer reader, and attach the input stream object, that is obj, to the buffer reader. Now the process is we need to read a single character from a keyboard. So for that I have a method called br.read. So you can see the method read is returning an integer type. But I want a character, so I read it in a char variable, char ch equals to br.read. So we can see a compile time error, that is cannot convert from int to char because read is returning an integer type. I need to convert into a char type. So for that I need to perform typecasting. Typecasting is nothing but converting one fundamental data type into another fundamental type. Here read is returning an int. I want to convert this int to char. So for that I used a typecasting mechanism. Next we can see one more compile time error, that is it is saying unhandled exception type. Whenever we are using read method, it may be possible that it could not read a character because of few reasons like insufficient memory or illegal character and so on. So when we are getting this exception as a programmer, it is our duty to handle this exception. Since we didn't know what is exception handling and all, for now we just throw it out of a method by using throws declaration. So when I say add throws declaration, so it simply attach this throws keyword, throws IO exception to next to the method. So what is IO exception? IO is nothing but I is input, O is output, and exception is a runtime error. So whenever we get an exception from this read method, we have to simply throw it out of a method using throws keyword. Now we'll just print that character. You entered character called ch. Now let's run this. Run as Java application. So I need to read a character. So for that I didn't ask the user to enter a character. So first let me ask the user to enter character. Let's run this. Stop this execution process first and then run as Java application. Now you can see enter a character. Now I would simply say S and then say enter. So it displayed you entered S as a character. Now how do we read a string? Let's see the next slide. So first is we have accepted a single character. Now how do we accept different values from the keyboard like string, integer, double, and so on? So let's see that first. So we have entered a character. Now here I will ask the user to enter a string. Enter any name. So for that we have a method called br.readLine which is returning a string. So use that method readLine and store it in a string called name variable and then print that name variable. You entered and display this name. So let's run this. So let me comment out this first character. When we run this, it will ask us to enter name. So I enter educators. So it displayed you entered educators. This is how we read a string. Now how do we read an integer? So first ask the user to enter an integer first. Enter an integer and use the same br.readline for it again. br.readline would give us a string, but I need an integer, so I say int n equals to br.readline. So here we can see a compile time error saying type mismatch cannot convert from string to int. So earlier whenever I wanted to convert integer to char, I have simply used typecasting. Int is a fundamental data types and char is also a fundamental data type. So to convert from one fundamental data type to another fundamental data type, we used casting. But here readLine is a string which is nothing but a class in Java. So to convert class into fundamental data types, we cannot use casting for it. So for that we have a method called integer.parseInt to convert string to integer type. So I use br.readline as a parameter inside it. So here br.readline is a class type of string. So converting string to integer, I used integer.parseInt, where integer is nothing but it's a wrapper class which converts of normal data types into objects. And parseInt is a method to convert string into integer type. Now just say system.out.println you enter integer n. Now let's comment out this string again. just read an integer. So you can see and enter an integer. I would enter some 4556. So it displayed 4556. So this is how we read characters, strings, and integers. If at all, if I want to read a float, so let me change this simply float. So I need to use, instead of int, I'll say float, and instead of integer at parseInt, I would use float dot parsefloat. So you entered integer, not it is float. Just run this. Entered float, so 45.987. So you can see 45.987 got displayed. So this is how we convert strings to integers, strings to floats. Similarly, if I want to convert string to double, I can simply use double dot parse double and so on. Let's come back to the slide. So this is how we read different values from the keyboard using br.readline and integer.parseInt and so on. Next is string tokenizer class, which is located in java.util package. And this is basically used when we want to accept different types of data in a single line. So for that, first we need a string. So receive a string using br.readline. Then pass the string to string tokenizer object with a delimiter. So how do we create string tokenizer object is use a class string tokenizer, st is the object name, equals to new string tokenizer, and pass string and along with a delimiter. Here comma is the delimiter. Similarly, we can use either space or semicolon or any other special character as a delimiter. Now when I say this, it actually splits the string wherever a comma is found. So after splitting, we call them individually as tokens. Now to receive these individual tokens, we have to use a method called next token. That is using string tokenizer object. When I say st.nextToken, it returns me a token of type string. Now convert this tokens into the corresponding data types. So let's see an example. If I wanted to read an employee's name, age, and salary, how do we read using string tokenizer? So for that, let me create another class, new class within the same package, com.educators, and the name would be some different. I want to read different types of data in a single line. So first thing is I wanted to use, I have to read the data like same steps, input stream reader, obj equals to new input stream reader of system dot in. Read from the keyboard, attach the object to the buffer reader, br equals to new buffer reader, attach the input stream object and then semicolon. Now we have got a object to read from the keyboard. Next is read the line, that is as of type string. String str equals to br dot read line. Before reading, I will ask the user to enter the name, age, and salary of an employee. Enter name, age, and salary. So what is error? br.readline again handles this exception, so simply throw out of a method by using throws keyword. Next we have read name, age, and salary using br.readline. Now we have to attach the string to the string tokenizer object. String tokenizer, which is there in the util package, it is automatically imported. st equals to new string tokenizer of pass this str with a delimiter comma. Now we need to split it. Like if I got name, that is nothing but a string. So simply say string name equals to st dot next token, which is nothing but a string again. Next string, if I say age, st dot next token again, but age is not of type string, so we need to catch it in a integer variable. But again, we need to convert this string type to integer type. So we need to do parseInt, that is integer dot parseInt of st dot next token. Similarly, read salary. So again, it is a float type. So float salary equals to float dot parsefloat of st dot next token, and simply display the details, employee details. That is name is nothing but which is stored in a variable called name, and age is stored in a variable called age, and then the salary, which is stored in a variable called salary. Let's execute. So it is asking me to enter name, age, and salary. I would enter Vijay Gopal, comma, age some 22, and salary is some. So you can see some exception, number format exception. So what is this exception is? For input string 22, we have got a number format exception, where I'm converting a string to the integer type. So since I have used comma after space after comma, so this space is being not read as an integer. So let's try to execute once again and check. So enter name Vijay Gopal, comma 22, comma, and the salary, some salary. So you can see all the name, age, and salary got displayed. The point here is when I say Vijay Gopal, comma, space 22, that space is not an integer value. It is a special character, so that cannot be converted into integer dot parseInt. So that's the reason we got number format exception. So to avoid that, I have removed the space and then executed. So this is how we use string tokenizer. Next is scanner class. So simple scanner. This is very simple class to be used. So again, this is located in a package called java.util package, and we can read data from keyboard or from a text file using scanner class. So for that, first we need to attach the keyboard to the scanner class, scanner object, and then use the methods to read the corresponding data values. So let's see an example of it again. So I avoid all this, so simply I comment out, and then now I would say ask the user to enter ID, name, and salary. For that, enter ID, name, and salary. Next I would create a scanner object, scanner sc equals to new scanner, and attach the keyboard to it using system.in. So when I say scanner, it is located in a package called util, so import that package. So when I say sc.next, you can see different methods here: next, next big, next boolean, next byte, next double, and so on. So first is I'm entering ID, so which is nothing but an ID, integer type. So I simply say sc.next int, which is nothing but ID. So I would read it in a integer variable. Next is read a string, that is sc.next would return me a string. So again store this in a variable called name of string type. Next is salary. So again sc.next float. So read it in a float variable, float sal. We have read the data, now simply print them out. So ID equals to ID. Name equals to name. Next, print salary. Now let's run this application. So it is asking me to enter ID, name, and salary. So first I would enter ID with a space and then the name as some Vijay with a space and some salary. So you can see ID equals to 10, name is Vijay, and so on. So here scanner is reading values with a delimiter called space. So this is how we work. We can also use simple scanner and also the string tokenizer and so on. So that's all with the session. Thank you.